So anyway, yeah, I can see why you censored that image and spoiled it, Penny. Yeah, that's a little bit, yeah, let me in. Wow, that's something else, isn't it? Oh, we're live! Okay, the camera was on the whole time! Hello, everybody!
For legal reasons, this image does not exist in areas ruled over by the European Union.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week for Rolling in the Isles. We are a little bit low on party members today, because Carl was out with his missus on a date, I presume.
Marcus being a wagey.
And Mark, unfortunately, has to work.
Yes.
Well, you know what? There's
Back working in the coal. He's in the coal mine.
That's you know what? That's capitalism for you, isn't it, bud? It's capitalism.
Back in the cage with you.
In the cage, the cave. You made him go to the capitalism hole. No.
The cagey
hole.
The wagey cagey. No! Mark's a good guy, and as is Carl, we're just waiting. Carl is probably going to join us in a little bit, but as for the time being, it is just myself, Penny, Han, and Bill.
Yep.
RDM.
I am going to become increasingly over-caffeinated and aggressive.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
And I'm also listening to an increasing array of various, should we say, stuff like the caretaker, just to make sure my brain's in the right place.
I thought you were going to say, I'm going to become increasingly worse. But, aren't we all?
Yes.
Yeah.
I endeavor to become worse. Oh, fuck me. Okay. I'm in a mood. I'm in a good mood tonight. That's a good thing.
Don't worry, that won't last.
Yeah, thanks. Excellent. Why is Elmo trending? Okay, sorry, I was looking at Twitter for a second.
Every time I catch you looking at Twitter, I'm going to increase the CR of every single encounter by 2.
Okay, so now you've told me the rule. I won't look at Twitter anymore, okay.
It's retroactive.
No, it's not fair.
I'm not fair.
I know you're not.
Bill didn't come to play.
So you are
today.
becoming
I know, I was in the PvP game with you. How does the fucking dirt taste?
Yeah, we got absolutely fucking obliterated, okay?
It will happen again.
Oh, has it? When have we played since the PvP game happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, okay, yeah.
Remember, folks, it's not a domestic dispute, it's a domestic resolution.
We took that bitch international.
Yeah.
An ass beating so heavy it drew international, like, lease taxes.
Goddamn. So, Bill, shall you catch us up to speed, I suppose?
Welcome back to Rolling in the Isles, episode 55. If you're here for the political debates and the religious evangelism of Aiden's usual affairs, I'm afraid you come on the wrong night. It is still Tuesday, and you are a rampant alcoholic who has lost track of days.
Yes.
Curb your substance abuse before it claims you, like it does everyone else you cared about.
Spend it on something nice, like good bread.
But I like alcohol.
Or fentanyl.
No.
Yeah, that's a better one.
That's what I'm drinking. Yeah. That's what I drink. Raptor energy drinks that cost £1 a can. You can really taste the fentanyl.
Oh, why not just get good bread?
Breb.
No,
I did eat today. I managed to eat today. People sometimes wonder about this because I don't eat. I did eat. I ate the meal of a 7-year-old child, which was chicken
How
numgies.
Could you steal it from him?
I was about to say.
steal it from a 7-year-old child. I said it's the same type of meal. I ate a bunch of as I told it to Bill. Bill said he was gonna go turn the oven on, and if I wanted anything, because he got some stuff from the shop, or he had some stuff downstairs, and I said, okay, well, can I have some tartar toots and some crickum nigfops? Which is
a horrendous racial slur. I can't believe you say something like that.
I was about to say, ban her immediately. That again.
Crickum nigfops. It's from it's an old meme. It's an ancient ass meme that we're like Akvo dads.
Yeah, that old meme, Birth of a Nation.
No, it's.
Is there a bigger meme than the Ku Klux Klan? I ask you of the chat. The answer is no.
Bill and I did watch the Clayton Bigsby bit this afternoon for a little bit of a blast from the past, and just appreciating how hilarious that skit is, and how thinking in our heads, both knowing about what Dave Chappelle's face must have looked like while writing that script. Just as like little grin, just well, yeah, but like his little grin, you just know he's while writing that fucking script. There's no way he wasn't just grinning from ear to ear.
Last week, I believe someone got their asshole pulled out through their throat because they decided to engage in apostatism.
What did I do? I didn't engage in apostatism. Oh, okay. Oh, I had my shit all fucked up too.
So quick apologies if the graphics fuck up. For some reason, one of my screens is fucking up, and is making me click on other screens when it's not supposed to do that.
Oh, also, no, my shit got fucked up 2 weeks ago when I got made full of water and crabs. Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? It's been a while.
Okay, so it fucks up.
I've since watched
technical difficulty screen.
D&D Crusaders recent couple episodes, and maybe that's what's screwing with my brain, because I can't believe that I have to keep pausing the game.
I know. Who would interrupt a D&D game to talk about random horseshit they were whinging about online?
What, for Sargon and Arch? I know. Who would do that? But for Sargon and Arch, and we'd have to constantly pause the game to debate
people of the chat
politics.
Shout to me, call to me. Do you want to see a flesh pedestrian of the forest drag nearly down into the soil and saw through her neck with a Bowie knife? Tell me in the chat if you want to see that.
That requires a major miracle. Excuse me. Yes, that would require a major miracle, would it not?
You guys are acting like a bunch of Githyanki.
So, my third screen has decided to just not work.
Oh, great. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hang on. The technical difficulties.
So, we're there. We're finally there, boys and girls. We've got a 50% team dropout because a screen has dropped out to make an even 50-50.
Has been derailed.
Listen, I'm still here. I can still, play the D&D game. Look,
are you alright? Everything okay, Penny?
First hurdle.
Things.
No, don't! Kesson Sasayina, no! Don't do it!
This stream is sponsored by the Gallipoli campaign.
Yeah, I did get nuggies.
This campaign is sponsored by the fact that Helldivers 2 has a rootkit fucking anti-cheat in a PvE game.
What does that mean?
Act accordingly. It means they have complete control of your. If they decide to go, if they get a security breach, it means that whoever gains access to their servers on security level can just brick your computer remotely.
Yeah, mechanic is right.
I feel bad about not having bought it yet.
Really,
boys, my fucking character sheet. There's so much shit wrong with my. I have so many fucking mutations. Jesus Christ! I should apply to the fucking.
It's like in real life.
What is it? Yeah, I know, right? It's, life imitates art or whatever.
Average Gamma World character.
So much. Alright. Well, last session did round out with the revelation that unfortunately something has taken place at your good friend Doran's house, and he is missing.
I think all his equipment was literally melted down and mixed with other things. Strewn around.
Much of it has been shattered and wrenched apart, and yeah, as mentioned, a lot of the very specifically machined brass and other alloyed instruments have been melted down, seemingly in midair, and mixed with things like pig iron and just metallic slag and strewn about. It's like it's been taken in a handful and scattered around the room like sparks, and you can see the pock marks on the walls. Almost make the place look like it's wallpapered in the flesh of an old man.
If 2 people are asking you to name the price for, I think, killing off Aiden.
Don't kill me, please! No, I can't give it for free, look.
I think you're gonna have to pay me not to do it.
Exactly. It's what he wants to do. That's no fun.
There's a threat of more turtles.
I don't like that multiple people are asking for this.
They want blood. They were promised torture influencers. They want blood. We give them blood.
That was the premise of this campaign, and I am the only influencer.
There will be blood.
We fell off.
I am the only influencer here tonight. So, I mean, I could call somebody else in, but who do you want? Because it's not going to probably be a good bunch of people.
Art influencer.
That's true. Penny is an art influencer. So there's technically 2 of us.
Now
You're getting afraid.
Wait, when did I last fucking post on there, by the way? Let me fucking...
Who do you want me to drag into this? Who do you want me to message right now? V? You want to see if I can get V right now? Pull him in. We'll have him roll a
character out of the Crusades.
He just pops into the universe.
Usually available to play Wendelgar again.
I can ask Usla if you want.
No, don't. I'm not becoming a fucking advertisement for his homebrew system again.
I played his homebrew system. It was fun. Star Trek.
Until he lets me play head of cargo in the Star Trek game when it restarts, he's not getting a place back here. Fuck him. Fuck you, pay me.
I'm expedient. Like, no, we can't ask.
And I want to roll as the head of transport as well.
Look, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure Rags hates Bill.
Good.
I'm not saying that in a mean way. I think you broke him a little bit. You know what I mean?
Apparently he's fallen in that other game as well.
He did. He fell. He played Paladin again, and then he blamed Arch, and he said, "I'm not trying to shit on Rags, but like." He then said, like, well, Arch, you told me to play Paladin, and he was like, no, I didn't. And he was like, well, we could use a Paladin. So he chose Paladin, and then he fell again. He fell again because he lied to an NPC repeatedly.
What if it isn't the consequence of my action? The exact thing he fell for last time.
I know. And like, at least at that point, it was like he said he wasn't familiar with Pathfinder. He didn't know how it was like his first time.
You smell that? That's the sound.
His first time playing a TTRPG. Sweeping? Am I sweeping? You doing a little sweeping? Is that what you're saying? Yes, I'm doing a little sweeping. But I'm just doing a little sweeping.
Sounds like Aiden's wasting time that could be spent, better just carving a character apart like a rotisserie chicken.
No, let's talk about the Rags thing.
Blood now, blood tomorrow, blood forever. Very well.
Come on. Alright. Let's get into it then.
That's the problem these days. People are spoiled. We need to get back to the Gygaxian days.
True.
You took the wrong door, dead. Dispersed in atoms over the area.
The moral of the story is just like, if you're gonna play a paladin, don't break oaths. It's not that I guess it is difficult, but don't do it. Or don't play a paladin.
It's really not. Don't lie. Not lying is as easy as keeping your fucking mouth shut.
True.
It costs you nothing to say nothing.
Very true.
That's why my party's always so rich.
So.
Well, there's nowhere to hide now, motherfuckers. Now you're actually gonna have to pull your weight for a change.
If V comes
as opposed to just being a human meat grinder and 2 hangers on.
Well, Mechanicus, that is a tempting offer, my dude. I could ask V right now. Oh, I have exciting news about that too, but I don't know if I can reveal it.
Get on with it!
Get on with it!
Ghosten, be nice to V, by the way, guys. Go be nice to V right now, because, cool thing.
Shush, it's not our business to talk about it.
I'm not talking about it. Go be nice to V. Don't, for once, don't kick him, okay?
No, kick V. Kick Aiden.
No, don't kick V. No, not right now.
Give that copper fiend a good wallop.
No.
Send him back to Punjab.
No. Alright, what's happening?
I stated.
This guy not good.
Your ghostly friend has discorporated on the spot.
Yeah, he disappeared. I would assume that Comrade has just kind of walked off in search of more crowbars.
The mists have taken them. They have slipped through.
Okay.
They're in much you suspect. Notice that? everyone's spiritual cleanliness is improved by a stage, which you'll need for the next bit.
Okay.
Currently stood around the shattered remnants of Doran's home.
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it?
Looking up, you're not sure if it's midday or midnight.
Hmm.
The storm is just twisting the sky
that.
around into a bundle.
Man, it's that Yarnum kind of weather.
It's like Yaha Ghul drip.
Yes.
You're legitimately not sure if what you're looking at in the sky is the moon, the sun that's simply been burnt out in the sky, or another celestial body. And you can see,
what knowledge?
Even though it appears to be a completely bright sky, you can see stars poking through the firmament.
What kind of knowledge would help me understand this type of storm?
Planes, geography.
Anyway, okay.
Oh, planes primarily. Arcana. Roll them if you got them.
Kind of imagining the sky you see in Elden Ring sometimes, where it's just bright blue, but you still see stars.
Mm-hmm. The word firmament. It's just a very nice word.
It is a nice word. The firmament. It's to differentiate from the pleroma.
Here we go.
What's beyond the pleroma?
Oh shit! I said
I wasn't talking about Gnosticism. Already doing it.
It begins.
Did somebody say Gnosticism?
No.
I hope that doesn't cause some kind of horrendous side effect. Because I notoriously despise Gnosticism.
So do I.
Bring back Gnosticism.
Well, I used to think it was interesting, but...
I'm gonna...
Roll it, hun.
What was one of the other ones we can roll?
Yep.
Or do you want to go for the fancy table?
Ooh, the
Fancy
table?
I believe it's a D50, let me double check.
What makes a table fancy? Does it hold its pinky up?
Yeah, right before it twists it
Also,
round.
Isn't Gnosticism just sort of pagan sophistry?
No, it's like biblical sophistry.
It's biblical sophistry and...
Biblical pagan sophistry.
It's biblical, it's weird, like, it's somewhere between Christianity, Judaism, paganism, but if you want to...
Or being the worst parts of all of them.
Yeah, we'll be in the worst parts of all of them. For the gist of it, it's that the world is evil. That's it. Is it like life, like our existence is evil and inherent? We're stuck on this.
It legitimately is like, thought to yourself, what if Githyanki were real and had an actual philosophy?
Yeah.
What kind of gay bullshit would they come up with?
Like
Gnosticism is the
it.
answer.
Yeah,
roll me
everything
that
about
D50.
reality is evil.
You might have looked too close at something.
22.
Every housewife's companion.
I don't understand. I rolled a 19.
22 pistols I used to murder husbands.
Yeah, women almost
Exclusively
entirely
use 22
22s.
long rifle.
Yeah.
Because you can only realistically
pistols.
kill someone reliably if they're not expecting it.
Yep. Yeah, because you have to like basically shoot someone right in the back. For
Basically, you have to shove the gun in their skull.
Or their mouth, yeah.
Okay.
It's very light.
First and foremost, Baz. As you're trying to make head or tail of the situation, you're gazing up into the cloud. You feel something click in your spine, as if it's releasing like bubbles of gas within your spinal column, and all of a sudden, there's a sense of tinnitus that releases in your ears, and you can hear this very faint hum. And it's strange. It's this building kind of thrumming vibration noise. It's even beginning to drown out the storm itself.
Is it a pleasant kind of hum or an unpleasant kind of hum?
It seems to be somewhat frenzied. It's saying what you would similar to the noise you felt from concussions in the past, but from somewhere else, from somewhere external of your body.
Well, I mean, like,
Is there some way that I could
some
focus
brain
on
damage.
that sensation?
You may. Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay, could I maybe use auto-hypnosis?
You may.
Ooh.
Alright.
Try and drown out the noise of the storm itself. you focus on it, and you draw that sensation in further in, and you realize what it reminds you of. It's the sound of someone crying out from a great distance, but it's emanating from all around you. It seems to be emanating from the trees. And especially like coming from the way the storm's coming, where it's just wrenched down great arcs of St. Elmo's fire and just obliterated trees. There's this hollow reverberation, like the echo of a scream.
Does detect evil like show anything?
There's flecks of it within the storm, but it seems to be complete. It's more that there's every trace element pouring in from it.
Right. So there's not a particular interaction between good and evil necessarily?
No. This is something from the forest.
Oh, shoot.
It's like the forest itself is rebuffing you from this place, like it's trying to drag you away from that thing coiling through the sky. And as you look down where it meets with the bottom of the waterfall, where the pulsing like purple plasma just wrenches its way through the water, turning it just directly into hydrogen and oxygen, there's this faint, drowned gargle. It's like the algae and the kelp inside are just being wrenched apart.
Yeah, I live again. Sorry.
Okay, I shall be frank with you. From that roll, you manage to somewhat. Yeah, you think that what's happening is you've managed to find a way, if you position your head just right and put just the right amount of tension of your spinal column onto your central nervous system, you can start to hear what the trees are trying to communicate.
Trees. Wait, is it your
trees?
trees?
Plant
I
life
see.
in general.
I'll note this down real quick. And the communication is basically, get out of here.
As well as an awful lot of screaming and pain. Whatever that storm is doing, when it struck those trees, it wrenched them apart, seemingly out of synchronization with everything else.
Justin from Kessock Sasaina for 50. Little roll on Penny's summons chart. Whatever you get, the party has to fight blood for the blood god.
No. Okay. All right. Let's go. That's the point. Thank you, Kessog. I think.
Very base.
Can I?
It is the point.
Rolls,
Make
please?
the players suffer. Thank you, but also fuck you, dude.
I want to roll them. My
Thank you.
summons. Please.
I'll get my fancy dice.
Yes. Oh. Which ones?
It's gonna be one
Beholder?
of the special summons.
Yeah, I think I'll get those.
Bill. I remember what you said about them the other night. Fuck.
Okay. Organic rot. Transparent oil and rot. Okay, we've got a full stage. We've got a nice one, I feel.
Excited. Fight thing.
Okay. Splendid. Let me get that for
Splurbs.
you.
Sorry, I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. But cite memes. My bad.
Don't worry. This will affect you. I mean, if you'll theorize amongst yourselves as you peruse the crime scene, as I just upload something very quickly.
Like, crime scene. Okay, fair.
What else would you call it? The building's been wrenched apart.
I know. Listen. Crime scene usually implies a body. That's where my brain goes, okay? Did I misspell joining? No, I didn't. Good. Don't worry, Wormeg. It'll be fine. What is it gonna be? Another prism beam dog?
It was actually quite similar. It was very adjacent to the polyhedral one, actually.
Oh.
This should be funny. Baz, as you're watching where the storm pours into the water,
Yeah.
you know that where the water dips down beneath the surface, the depth is near infinite. Because the area around it is treated as if it is a summoning ritual. It is an area where the water leads to somewhere other than the material plane. Because you're using your ability to detect invasive species, as it were, something has entered the area. Something has slipped through between the realms.
I see. Could I make a perception check to try and figure out where it is?
You may. Okay. 28. It's directly it's slipping out from where Gobshite's old home was. Seems whatever it is might like the fact that it's a threshold. Thresholds are very important in summoning magic.
Let me have a look at something real quick. Oh, since I've sort of attuned myself, do I have a sense of how close I could get to this whirlpool before it causes immediate physical harm, basically?
You'd say anything beyond the threshold of the bridge itself, along that line,
I see.
is probably at risk.
Gotcha. In that case, I'm gonna surge forward to the edge of the bridge, and would I be able to shoot my holy light at the threshold, but use siege engineering in order to make the structure collapse, potentially?
Roll your hit and damage.
All right. Can I use siege engineering to hit?
Yes.
All right. $19. Okay, that would classify as a crit with holy light.
Roll.
So,
Okay, so please roll again.
okay.
Okay. The holy light carves a ravine through the stone. As it does, you notice these trailing lights that skitter across the entire surface of the rock. What languages do you have?
Let me have a look. I have common, giant, scout-cant, goblinoid or uruk, and ignan.
It's not anything that you recognise. But it seems... I'll put it this way. You hadn't noticed them previously because the whatever these symbols are, they are so worn down, they're nearly invisible to the naked eye. Until that light travelled through them, and they started to burn with this very strange tone. As if it weren't an actual colour, as if it was a sound manifesting physically in the visible spectrum.
These symbols, are they floating in the air, or are they...
They are boiling out from within the stone.
Okay. So does it manage to successfully collapse the structure?
The stone slips, but where these symbols would crack and give way, it's as if the actual symbols themselves are holding the structure together. If you have any knowledge you'd like to roll.
Sure. I'll roll planes.
Okay. It's certainly not the abyssal magic that's plumbing the waters beneath you. It's something older. It comes from the soil itself. It's some sort of geomancy, but you're not sure which. It might just be that whatever stone that the gobshite used to build his old home happened to have been used previously in some sort of occultic ritual.
I see. Right. Neri, Eris, we may want to get going.
Yeah, it looks like things are getting a little bit...
I suggest we get a move on and keep an eye out on that cave.
Yeah, that cave was a bit of a hellhole, literally and figuratively. So let's
okay, everyone on the bridge.
Oh
no.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Alright.
The dread.
Could be worse.
Just the dread of
Yeah,
everyone
the dread.
on this area, or everyone that has this. Like... Perception. Oh. Do I see? I see. I see very much so.
Bruh. There you go.
Okay.
Man, my cereal has
First
gone
and foremost,
soggy.
Baz, as you look down, you see something bizarre. It's the faintest outline of what seems to be a child. And it's just holding on to on the fingers of your gauntlet. It's so faint as to be nearly invisible.
Okay, with everything Baz knows from his religious studies, I'ma use holy light.
Roll away. But before you make that decision, I'm going to first inform Eris. She shouldn't see you roll best. What you see is a long tendril calling out from under the bridge, up and downward. Attached to the vague outline of a small child.
Can I bite it?
You may.
What? Okay.
Okay. I do believe that since
Just it was reaching to... Just as that little hand was reaching up to grab hold of Baz's finger, you go for it.
Yes.
Oh. Nice.
If you wish to aim for any particular part of it,
I just want to bite. I just want to cause pale rot. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. Oh, that's my attack roll. Oh. Well,
Baz, Eris nearly took one of your fingers off. And it suddenly occurs to you that Eris is essentially 3 rows of teeth and a set of ears.
Huh.
And she's very nearly carved her way through your armor on your hand.
I see.
You can actually feel like the pinpricks of the needle-like teeth.
Well, I hope I don't fucking break your skin. Enjoy that 50-50 shot of pale rot.
Could I quickly pull her away and then blast this thing with holy light?
You may.
Alright. Bada bing.
The flash of holy light just obliterates it and leaves this stinging of silhouette in your vision, as if you're looking at the sun. And that vague outline seemingly disintegrates into thin air.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Eris is grumpy she didn't get to bite.
With that roll, by the way, Eris, as you are moving through, you catch a glimpse of something in your peripheral vision.
I'll look at it closer.
You could have sworn you saw something looking up from the water. A set of eyes.
I will flip it off.
Again, in the periphery of your vision, as you're looking down the water, you swear you see it close to the little jetty.
Jetty?
The small outcropping where the rowboat here is moored. It's this very dull, greyish set of eyes, framed by a square mane of dark hair.
I will just glare
Neri.
in that direction.
Neri, where are you looking?
I presumably ahead, trying to walk down the... I haven't moved because I didn't know what was happening with the bridge situation. But this way, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's happily tramping along. Just the four of you.
Mm-hmm. I'm always worried when you say things like this. Okay. I'm now back to being very light again, by the way. Even though So yeah.
Well, carved out apart.
It's tremendously cold now that you've kind of lost the water weight, as it were.
True.
Is anyone injured, by the way? Just so I know.
Let me check.
Most likely errors. Do I know by how much? No. My sheets have not fucking kept up.
No, I'm good.
I think I was
personally.
like down.
I mean, I'm injured. I'm fucked up, but like.
I bring it up because I know that you are a herbologist, Eris. So you know that's a willow tree.
Huh.
Its bark is a natural painkiller
I will chew on it.
and anticoagulant. So be careful.
Oh. I will carve some willow bark to make aspirin later for people to chew on if they're in pain.
It's also useful if you want something that won't burn very well. It's simple business. There's actually a couple of other, like most of these are just gorse bushes and brambles. It's not really the right time of year for the fruit, unfortunately. And this tree here is an oak. You can see the little spherical, like oak gall hanging from the branches, which is unusual for this time of year.
Right, I need to write down on the loot channel that I got willow bark.
Okay.
Willow bark.
Also, any preference on how you're going to harvest it, just so I know?
Probably like cut a square into the bark and then peel that square off.
Okay. The heartwood of the tree is very mushy. I think that might have maybe the damp got to it. It is right next to the water. So willows very often grow by riverbanks.
Yeah, that shouldn't then affect it too much. I'd like to roll one thing. I'd like to roll both nature and herbalist.
Okay.
Just to know if the willow bark is then still actually usable. This is the nature. And this is herbalist.
The bark appears to be completely intact.
Herbalist,
I
know.
The tree is completely intact. For a second, you kind of give yourself a startle. You think for a second for a moment it looked like a small animal or something kind of had been like stuffed inside the bark, but you realize that that's just a couple of like chunks that's been carved out by a squirrel making a nest. It's otherwise completely fine. It's just the light caught it in the wrong way. That's why it's so mushy, because something has tried to nest here and has failed.
Okay.
Bark's perfectly fine though, and because the bark's already torn, it doesn't actually hurt the tree as much.
Try to do minimal damage with my herbalist roll then.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything else in this area?
Yes, I would like to roll Siege Engineer to survey the road for any potential traps.
Okie dokie.
Or anything out of the ordinary.
It's all fairly... I'll give you this for free. It's all fairly standard. There's a few puddles around, but it's been torrentially raining ever since that storm started up.
Right.
It's all just pouring down. But not in that... normally when you're this close to a storm, it's like that very... It's almost sideways. Usually it carves down like almost like bullets falling. This is just... It's mixed in with this thick, hazy, soupy rain that soaks its way through every pore. And doesn't have that kind of gravity and weight that you normally expect.
Could I roll auto-hypnosis again to get a sort of feel for what the trees are feeling in this area?
Certainly. Still can't believe you basically rolled the trees are speaking Vietnamese to you.
Slowly turning into the Lorax. Not again.
Ooh. For legal reasons, we will not be letting that character into this one. Not since that incident.
I won't do that.
Especially since Baz is a member of the Church's Guild.
Yeah, maybe don't have the crocodile, like, pagan deity running around the place, ripping people limb from limb. There is a sense from the trees that something has attempted to pour itself into this area. Not just the storm. Something came with that. The storm seemingly is a symptom. Though perhaps it was the intended effect. But it's very peculiar. The best way to describe the tree, the reaction of the foliage around here, is if you've ever seen a person who reacts as if they think like their home may have been infiltrated by something, even something as simple as a spider in the wrong place they've lost track of, and then they feel that itch on the back of their leg. That's the best way to describe it. I mean, after all, most of us feel an itch somewhere when I mention it.
Could I maybe roll Knowledge Arcana to see if this has anything to do with primal magic?
You may. Matters concerning primal magic, you know that they do tend to, if you've got a good grasp of primal magic and of ley lines, you can usually diagnose other magical phenomena in an area by how it moves it around. Similar to how you can use a blood test to diagnose a disease in a body. The best way I can describe it is, it's as if the body were submerged in foreign blood. This rain pouring down it's been twisted around by the tear storm as it pours down.
Right.
You might not necessarily be harmed by being soaked in blood, someone else's blood, but you're far more likely to develop something as a result of it, even if it's just from a scratch.
Right. So this may have had an effect on the magical ley lines as well.
Potentially, if the infiltration's gotten that deep. Though, you know, from the few times you've been shown pictures and books of examples of primal magic, the runes you saw on the stones from Gobshite's cave didn't look dissimilar. You know that ley line stones, they're very often used by giants, including trolls, either to make their dens or as weapons. And even the Fae are known to use them. There's a old kind of bard's song, the Ballad of the Collins, where it's said that the two Fae, a big and little Colin, play a game of cricket with two of the standing stones, and in the process destroy the glade they're playing in. It's meant to try and teach children to not be so destructive when they play games in places. It's one you would have been sung multiple times because you were an enormous as half giant who's incredibly clumsy.
I believe back in season 1, all the way at the beginning, when we were looking for Rita de Ole, she was somewhere around this area, I vaguely remember, and there was some ley lines there. Could I maybe roll geography to figure out?
You may, because Doran and Rita were good friends.
Yes. And Rita was murdered as well.
Okay.
By something elf adjacent.
You know that Doran studied primarily weather magic, is what the hat was all about. Obviously, given the tear storm scenario, you suspect that his studies may have been very deeply connected to that. And he did converse with Rita regarding it.
Also, he was specifically conducting his studies in this area, exactly where the tear storm has occurred.
Yes.
Does it seem that the occurrence of the tear storm is something which could only be specifically occur in this area? Basically, I'm trying to figure out if there's something particular about this area that makes it more likely for something like a tear storm to occur.
Yeah, the riverways are referred to as the bloodstream of the island. They're the veins and arteries. And a lot of geomancy is not a very well explored topic, especially weather magic. So no one has a good grasp of what the full were. Well, could you roll me a history check? You know, there's kind of a taboo about talking about them. The reason why there's a taboo around weather magic is because the last time a person was high up in the Mages Guild who specialized in weather magic, they were revealed to not be who they said they were. They were meant to be the nickname for them is Romani or Vistani. It's two borrowed words from other places. which are referred to as kind of magical experts in magical trickery in legerdemain. Montebank is another term. That was what they were said to be. They were dabblers in weather as kind of a sideline to their expertise as specialists. What they were in reality, as was revealed after they murdered 2 of their colleagues and fled, was a local druid had perished and reincarnated himself and had been masquerading as a member of the Mages Guild.
I see.
He slew 2 of his co-workers and dragged their bodies into the forest they were never found again.
And those co-workers, what did they specialize in?
They were transferred to work on the weather magic investigation. One was an expert in runic languages. The other, you're not sure what their speciality was. They may have simply been an intern. But it was a major, major scandal. It was actually these were the foremost in there. It was actually theorized that if they worked well enough, they were actually, at least from what you heard from people who you palled around with, from the Wibbleslingers, that they might actually crack how druidic magic worked.
Right.
And the Mages Guild actually burgeoned into the realm of figuring out how primal forms of magic actually work. In reality, they were simply an infiltrator and 2 patsies who paid for it with their lives. The only reason that they know that they're dead is because their skulls were found.
But the rest is still gone, basically.
Yes, it was the skull.
see.
The mandible had been split off. The lower jaw and the upper and lower jaw were both missing, so it's just the upper portion of the skull, cerebellum, upwards.
Right.
Sort of, you've seen injuries like that quite a few times of people who have been hit with shovels and other flat metallic objects or large rocks, but it was a completely clean split on both.
I'm going to mention this to Eris and Neri as we proceed.
Is there any knowledge that I could roll upon hearing this info?
Anything you wish.
Alright.
Okay,
I'd also like to ask
Geography?
Mr. Chubbs if he has heard anything. Because I'm guessing
Is
Mr.
geography
Chubbs
okay,
is a
Bill?
bit older than me.
just a bit, probably.
Whilst you roll your knowledges, I want all of you to roll yours. Conversely, so I shall be back momentarily. I just need to go quickly check on something.
Whoa,
I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I live here.
Okay, I'm gonna name all these. Nature. Oh.
Bruh.
Quick, everyone roll something so it's gone.
I don't know.
Quick.
Well. Bruh.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
Schizophrenic ass rolls.
Oh no. Hey, wait, look, the dice giveth and they taketh. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is, gentlemen, this is democracy manifest. Don't touch my penis! Get your hands off my
Touch my
penis!
D20 whore.
What am I being arrested for having a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Stop!
How about y'all manifest some bitches?
I have one.
Manifest some
Stop
fucking
staring.
bitches.
We just
Penny,
might
summon
with
some
that
bitches.
roll.
Penny, you can summon some bitches.
Oh, that is kind of...
I summoned a bitch already and he's gone. Also, I
so,
rolled a
nature
nat
is angry with you. What
1.
planes like you?
Bill. I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
What chart would you like? Vanilla or fancy?
Fancy. Fuck me up, fam.
D50, please.
Vivi. Oh. My... Okay, I thought I was having a conniption because it didn't show anything. 15.
You know what? That was actually the first one my eyes fell on.
Oh, it's good, right? It's a good sign.
Don't worry about it. Nothing occurs.
All right.
But conversing with your good colleague, Mr. Churms.
Yeah.
Could you roll me one more d20, please? Could you roll me a d100?
What is the fudge dice?
Fudge dice is a separate system.
Oh, okay. There you go. 78.
Yeah, fudge dice basically go like they are either blank or they have a plus or a minus on them. Nothing else.
Oh.
Okay, but 78. Okay.
Is there a stream lag? Let me keep my... Oh, okay, never mind. There was one point where I think OBS disconnected for a second or so. You might have heard the Windows noises. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the bitrate.
Right, okay. There's a slight puff of smoke from underneath that. What would you like to know?
I will retell the information that Bas has told us and see if he has anything to add of note.
Oh, yes. If I recall correctly, via the grapevine, of course, that the second missing student was indeed a student, not a full professor of magic, and a geometer, one who studies the art of magical geometry and angles.
Numbers man, eh?
As I recall, neither their skulls were found, but nothing else. They were hollow and bleached.
How long does bleaching skulls take? Without necessarily like the chemicals that I'm guessing they would have. Would we have now?
If you boil the skulls quite quick, it takes a couple of days, maybe a week.
Who the fuck's the boiling skulls?
But those students, they weren't gone for very long. There in the morning, the skull's in place by evening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It took a few packs for them to find out what happened to them. Or even who was responsible. But, you see, a familiar's art can only go so far. We can only reveal what our art reveals. You could call up every fiend in the underworld, and they could not tell you what a druid does. Trust me, many of their luck has tried.
Is it dangerous for you to look for it, or...?
We certainly don't do it lightly. I could try, but I don't know what I would find. Prying in places where my kind are not welcome is a dangerous prospect.
Then don't, please, thank you. I don't want to lose more friends.
If you eat a wizard, do you gain its power?
I mean, he
would you like me to
ate
try?
the spell.
That's a good question. I want to know the answer to this question as well. If you eat a wizard, do you gain his knowledge of his spells?
I wouldn't like a demonstration, but I would like an answer because I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm interested in this as well.
We're all professionally curious on the matter. We tend not to be allowed to do it. It's considered poor form. We usually serve wizards. We don't usually dine on them. Though, I must admit, some of my fellow familiars are not perhaps from the most commonly genial stock as I am. I'm but an humble toad. I live to serve.
You're a good boy.
There are fiends out there that live to serve themselves. Imps, mephits, other horrors. To say nothing of those who conjure up things with more eyes than sense. I'll say the inner eye tends to blot out that around it. Too much inner vision rots the brain, compresses the skull. He looks knowingly at Baz when he says this, because he can feel that you're indulging in a little auto-hypnosis. There's such a thing as gateway practices, you know that, child? Careful.
Not particularly.
You wouldn't want to be trucking with my kind sometime in the future, now would you?
Seems pretty miserable.
Yeah, there are worse things in the world. Goodness knows, I worked alongside a few of them.
So do you reckon that Druid ate those two, Wibble slingers?
I dare say it would not be as something as wholesome as that. Druids are not... There's some strange notions about the creatures. I don't understand them in the slightest. They're about as comprehensible to me as I am to you.
Yeah, fair.
I've heard some theories there. There's a few theories that I don't really like to dwell upon. You notice that...
Such as?
There's a theory that some people like to think that druids are... There's some strange animalistic shaman that wanders around the woods daubed in moose shit and other sources of feculence. They are looking upon one. I have seen one in my days, though frightfully and thankfully only once. It's not like looking at a person turned to savagery. It's looking at a person-shaped piece of raw savagery.
Paris will just ask, being a skinwalker herself.
You're kind of rather pedestrian compared to theirs. You are a human whose lineage has been nudged along by a ley line or perhaps a touch of lycanthropy taint somewhere in the genome. They are not some genetic throwback to prior incarnations. They do incarnate more often than either of us could ever fathom. Especially our kind. We familiars do not engage in samsara. We consider it a political hazard of the profession. They are gateways, walking tears into some place that you could call up, I had mentioned, any fiend you like, any angel of heaven above, and they would not know more of what those things are, or where those gateways go. There are stained, rotten glass pane between here and the hereafter. They're not men to beasthood turned. They're beasthood shaped as men. He kind of adjusts his hat and kind of tries to wriggle himself deeper into the hat for warmth. Not just... The rain doesn't bother him. He definitely doesn't feel things like that. You know that much. You can get that via your empathic link, Eris, but... Something about the concept that those things might be involved... It creeps into his bones, and through him, it coils around your spinal column like a shiver.
Well, I for one am quite looking forward to starting a campfire in a bit. So, let's get a move on. Don't think the weather's going to get any better.
Yeah, I suppose so. That was weird, I guess. But then what has not been weird?
Neri,
yes.
as you're walking past that puddle...
Oh no.
Your foot goes into it up to the hip.
Okay. Alright. I'm stuck in the puddle.
No, it's just weirdly deep.
It's like that one puddle as a child you
And
step in and you're fucking engulfed.
Yeah. Also, you didn't feel the bottom. Your ass hit the ground.
Ah, this again.
Oh, damn it. Can I try to pull my leg out of it?
It's that summoning effect.
You dredge your leg up and it's just covered in filth.
Ugh.
It's just this thick, black, tarry mud
Ugh.
up to your knee.
Ugh.
And above that is just kind of muddy water.
Okay, well,
Is it similar
brush
to
it
the
off.
swamp area
Oh, yeah, good question.
where we got algae?
No, different.
Where we picked up a stray?
This might
may
be
wanna clean
of
that off.
interest, though, if I walk... Can I walk back? Can I get out of this?
Yeah,
Okay.
simple enough. Doesn't resist you at all.
Well, I might say, watch out for that puddle, guys. Something was weird about it. Like, it
Yeah,
seems to
I
go
think it's
seems eerily deep. Just like the galaxy is eerily gay. There's something weird about that puddle. I don't know if you want to investigate it.
Avoid
but,
the other puddles as well.
Probably then. So
I
we should avoid them.
I think it's just an effect of the storm and all those weird
perhaps.
planar effects. They do tend to make waters infinitely deep.
Be careful then.
Baz, as you're walking by, you notice something over the gorse bushes.
Yes.
Over the... I'm not sure if you're familiar with what gorse is. Gorse is a bush comprised almost entirely of thick, like, cellulose spikes. It's viciously sharp. It's like it's nature's very own barbed wire on crack. Those of you out there who know what gorse bushes are, Gorze, you'll back me up. But just beyond it, there is the shattered remains of what seems to be a cart or a carriage. And it almost looks like someone's arranged the wheels in a little... It's like it's like someone tried to make a little face. See, it's like eye, and like a little mouth from the ridge.
This carriage over here?
Yeah, it's completely smashed to smithereens. It's been there a while. You think you saw it the last time you were here? It's clear that the gorse bushes,
quick look at the
brambles
carriage.
and such have all grown through it.
How recent does it appear? Could I
see on
maybe
top,
check
it looks pretty
the
normal.
sections of the wood where it's broken specifically?
Certainly.
See if there's any sort of erosion there, or like must or soot it's gotten on, to get an idea of how long ago this was just
there's
smashed.
brambles interweaving between everything, and a thick layer of moss has grown on top. But as you examine the corners, you notice that where the actual frame of the axle meets, where it's snapped, it's not snapped. It's been bitten through, like it's been chewed. You know that there are like woodland critters around here, like you've seen like beavers and nutria rats and such. That's other waterborne rodents that swim up and down here. That you know that they do tend to, wet their teeth on things like these. It's not unheard of. A lot of the willow trees around here have been chewed at the roots. But something doesn't seem right. Even like the hubs of the wheels are chewed, and those are shod with lead.
So a lot of the metal is particularly damaged then.
Yeah, but not rusted. It's completely free of rust, which is bizarre. The river here is brackish because it's not that far from the sea. So this much spray would rust these through fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But again, last time you were here, this was here.
What about the nails?
Nails all fairly pristine, all things considered. Especially if you drag off the top layer, the ones underneath are pristine.
Okay.
In fact, you'd wager that the layers of wreckage on top are actually older than the layers underneath.
Could I figure out if there was some sort of a weird aging discrepancy that occurred?
As you're like,
I guess
it does. You roll me a knowledge arcana.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem. The only thing untoward is that there is a handprint on the underside of one of the boards. Not sure. It just seems to be perhaps a bit big for an average human.
I know what I'll do. I'll get another pinch of white ash and just sort of flick it on carefully.
The white ash boils and pops like a raw. Like it almost puts you in mind of someone sprinkling flour into a cast iron pan. You can feel the heat from it. It's sizzling with the rain.
Yeah, I figured as much.
There's also a small chunk as that subsides. There is a nail here that's not from the carriage. It's very blatantly different.
Ooh.
Is it similar to the one that had like, wasn't it a dead fae in the mill at one point?
I think it was a cold iron nail that we'd had encountered. I do believe I still have it.
Compared to two, they're quite similar, but this one is thicker. It's upon further inspection, it's not a nail; it's a splitting wedge.
Ah.
It doesn't fizz from the white ash. You notice that much. Quite the opposite.
Okay.
Where the white ash touches it, it feels sharper.
I'm gonna keep that on me. And it's a wedge, you say?
Yes, it's the ones that are traditionally
Splitting
used
wedge.
to split blocks. This one, where you've like kind of appraised the edge, there's a red smear on it. It's not blood. It's too thick for that. It's almost like resin.
Hmm. I'm gonna take that with. Could I appraise the metal real quick to try and figure out if it's any sort of particular type? Alright, I guess geography, maybe?
Yes.
Or alchemy. I could use alchemy
Either
as well. Alright.
I'm not familiar with it. It's quite it's very highly hardened steel, but it's the way it's been worked. It almost feels like it's been. It resembles cold iron, but it clearly isn't. It's not getting cold iron from its siderite form over to its worked form. It's got a very distinct pattern. This has got some of the hammer blow patterns, but it's not been done by someone who knows what they're doing. That much is obvious from the rust. There's rust around the edges of it.
I see.
Again, there's that resin. Maybe someone was trying to alchemically harden it.
Oh. What if I sprinkle a little bit of white ash on that resin?
It actually clears off of the metal. And it's very tacky and kind of workable. It has reacted in some fashion. It's gone melded together.
But it's a bit less volatile, at least.
Yeah. It's gone from what kind of resin you'd expect to see. It almost reminds you of something you'd smear on perhaps on a piece of metal to stain it. But now it's kind of the consistency of like putty. Like a thick paste.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. In that case, what I would like to do is I would like to get a bunch of the white ash, because I've got quite a bit of it, and use that putty to smear it all over the wedge and cover it.
Okay. It now puts you in mind. It almost. Maybe it's just how long you've been out in the wilderness now, and in the mines behind, it almost looks like someone tried to hide a doorstop as a pastry. Got that kind of powdered look to it. I think you may be going soft on the brain from being out in the wilderness too long.
Yeah. Look, what I'll do is, I would like to use Reforge real quick to make a hole in the wedge in such a way that I can put a haft through it, or a handle.
I kind of like it wouldn't really be the right shape for a axe, or be the right length. It's more you can make like a little adze, like a shipwright's axe.
What about a wall pick?
It's a bit on the stubby side for that. It'd be a bit too light. It's designed for just kind of dispersing matter. Your best bet would be like one of those little shaping pick, like they used to use for making bows before they created the draw knife, and for what shipwrights use to shape the hull, the keel.
I see.
Pick, if you made it into a pick, it would be like a screwdriver strapped to an axe handle.
Ah, okay, gotcha. It's
not the biggest wedge in the world. It's quite a small wedge. It's about the size of a doorstop.
Yeah.
You could make an eye for a half, but after you were done making it, you'd end up basically a thin chisel left over afterwards.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Let's see. What could I do with it? You know what? Could I use Reforge to basically have it adhere to the edge of the axe I have? In a similar way that they use high carbon steel to form a hardened edge around a lot of blades or axes, etc.
Certainly, basically you'd be wedge welding it. It'd be like
yes.
Just a strip of metal down the middle. Yeah, it'd be fairly easy going.
Excellent.
I'm
attaching it to the thin-arm long axe.
Okay. It's quite a messy material, the putty. You've got a bit of stain on your fingertips.
Right.
Something to keep in mind if you're going to be like handling other things that are, if you're handling paperwork, you might end up making a mess.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've now got a thin-horn axe with a stained metal blade.
Yes. Oh, I hope this will come in handy.
Check, by the way, please.
All right. $30.
At the edge of the waters here, you see quite frenzied swimming for a few moments. You think you spotted a river seal. So whatever creatures were in this river are still in it. But judging by how frightened it seemed, because it was splashing around quite an awful lot, and river seals are usually quite graceful, so you get the feeling that whatever this storm is doing is a hazard to the local wildlife.
Could I get my 4 p.m. demon to come over here real quick?
4 p.m. demon? What is... Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo, what's this?
Honey, it's 4
Saying your
PM.
dick flattener.
4 p.m. sleep paralysis demon. Alright, buddy. I think there's some sort of seal in trouble. I want you to have a look and see what's going on.
Okay. He kind of
Yes,
he doesn't dive.
sir.
He just walks in.
Oh right, yeah, here he is. Here he is.
You know, there's a strange sense of like what you all can practically feel, or you got some empathic link to him. He kind of feels more at home down there.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, one of the realms, these kinds of like it's called abyssal displacement because one of the places it goes is the abyss.
Right.
So, oh, thank goodness, well, I'm back on the nice side of town.
You see anything?
You hear a loud slap. He wanders back out. There is a big handprint on his face. It's not a seal.
Hmm.
There's a large, thin handprint across his face.
Okay, but it's different from the one on the cart, right?
Yes. It's long and slender.
I look at it and I just go, do you mind if I just sort of... And I use my thumb to just sort of rub a little bit of white ash on there. Ah. Alright, good to know. See, we're learning. Don't you love learning?
Look over, he's just in the Yamcha pose on the ground.
Alright, let's move on. Had enough of a break.
The look of defeat on his face. And he's laying face down in the mud. He doesn't even move, he just gets dragged. It's like an invisible force. It's like he's like lagging across the ground. He looks like a fucking armor asset.
No, like Conan, if you're like playing locally, or not on a server. It just fucking spasms you over the map if someone else gets too far away, the host.
I just sort of slap him on the shoulder with my gorilla arm, one of my gorilla hands, and I just sort of go, ah, you know what they say, no rest for the wicked.
He gives out a slight cry like a creaky door.
Adventure!
Okay. The countryside here is just the rain is just is pouring down from the heavens and it's getting everywhere. The rain's blowing in sideways in that horrible smoggy mist.
Oh, me going to school. Sorry. The fucking town is terrible. The rain is sideways.
Yeah, and it's that really light, hazy rain, so you don't even realize at first how like sodden you're getting. It's just pouring into every single facet. Even if you with your hat, Eris, it blows sideways and up, and adheres itself to your forehead.
That was literally Sunday. I'm not fucking kidding.
We had that kind of rain here today. It's miserable, and it's just everywhere. Very quickly, the weather alone is turning this area into the Battle of the Somme.
I'm gonna use my telekinesis to just keep it away from my face.
You can actually
reminds me
see
of life on the farm.
Where your telekinesis is like holding out myriad hands to try and block out the rain, and it's still slipping through your fingertips.
Just gonna cry.
Pitch looking lovely today, lads.
Average Samsonite summer breeze. 156% humidity.
Average iron brew drinker.
For those who don't know, Han finally tried Iron Brew, and we're still trying to figure out what era it's from.
We don't know because
I'm disappointed.
It's definitely modern then.
Okay.
Okay,
it wasn't.
I've never experienced
very sugary, but it was a very
classic
artificial
Iron Brew.
kind of sugary.
Yeah, it's modern stuff.
I think it's grotesque.
Like the one where you
I
can
find
taste the chemicals.
Grotesque.
Did it taste distinctly of metal?
No.
Yeah, it's modern
Not
shit.
No, it
really.
just tasted like
The old school,
Fake.
it's very clean, but it does distinctly taste like you're washing your mouth out with lead shot. It's a very distinct, sweet, metal flavor. It's very bewildering and hard to explain, and there's a reason that the recipe was hidden and is now lost.
Yeah,
only 2 men know how to make it. 2 men on the planet know how to make iron brew, and the old recipe, we're not sure how many people know how to make it. But that's the total number of people who know it. They have to mix it personally with a special like console at the factory. Bit of bar trivia right there. But yeah, weather's really bad.
Yeah.
And it's the entirety of the countryside, even though it used to be that vibrant dark and light greens and that mottled pattern. It's everything has been coated in a layer of just moisture and dew that almost makes it look like it's spun in spider silk.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It's that silvery tone that just frames everything. The weather of a rained-out LARP event, pretty much. We all know that.
The worst thing is when the sun comes out a little bit through the clouds and just creates this awful glint that blinds you.
Yeah, the light is just skittering over you are at that stage now. Like the tear storm is acting like an artificial sun burning down from the heavens, and just everything is just rimed in this everything is this scattered pink myopic light. And as it does,
the weather is so bad that the sun actively makes things look more depressing.
Yeah, and what's more is because there's just enough heat to evaporate that dew, so it's now essentially raining upwards.
Oh.
Right.
What the fuck?
Whereas you can literally watch in real time as the rain collects on the underside of your hat.
DIY rain hat that Dorian has?
You get the feeling this might be how Doran figured that out.
So he's witnessed this before?
Perhaps. Weather magic is what magic in all forms, especially hedge magic, is tied to nature. It's the old adage. A hedge magician can light a pipe with his magic, but that fire will still singe the pipe, and as was the tobacco. A pure mage can burn just the tobacco, and the pipe will be untouched.
Oh,
so the closer magic is to nature, the easier it is.
Question.
I think we kind of forgot about one detail collectively.
Yes.
Which is that we have this giant pulling a
giant skeleton
just following us still.
Oh yeah, it's been there. It's actually suffering quite badly. You can watch as it's just completely sodden
soaked
to the
bones.
marrow.
I'm here.
Could I have Faustus just sort of possess him slightly and get him to dry off a little bit?
Things are not going well.
At least on the inside.
I imagine not.
Cytos, no, not edge magic.
As you try, you can as you offer up your hand to try and let Faustus across, you can feel the mace practically smile. This is about to get the house to itself.
Oh no, what is he gonna do?
As soon as I notice this, I'm gonna not let Faustus go.
You suddenly feel as though your body is a temple, and you are looking after 2 misbehaving children who hate each other.
Yeah.
That one out of your sight, and the other one is liable to be just as bad as the other. Admittedly, Faustus, you got a little bit of rapport with. Whatever's in the mace, you didn't know what the fuck's in there, and it's bad.
Yeah.
It's the reason you can't wield the mace with your left hand. Never the two shall meet. Anything worse than the two meeting is the two being too far apart.
It's a good thing I'm holding it with the right hand, because that one has the anti-magic metal gauntlet.
Exactly. You suddenly feel... it suddenly occurs to you in the gravity of your situation that you're essentially now living life as a kind of like an Armored Core character. You're desperately trying to keep the balance between the 2 points, and if ever they tilt too far, you're going to crash and burn.
The one-man Mexican standoff.
Never seen a union dispute in a body.
The fiends unionizing against the wizard.
Let's proceed.
Let us proceed. I'll as you're walking, your ethereal friend, or formerly ethereal friends, it's quite a mouthful to say, recorporate from the whatever you suspect Han from whatever little chasm in reality that you'd explored previously.
Fell in the puddle.
Distinct possibility, actually.
Crawls out of the puddle like Danny DeVito, crawling out of
crossing Danny DeVito and fucking Sadako.
He's covered.
Can we get an edit can we get an edit vice versa of Danny DeVito from Always Sunny and Sadako from The Ring, like crawling out of their respective like little ghostly hidey holes?
Also, just in from Nelthina for 2.
Let's go.
Thank you, Nelfina, for waiting until I got back.
Yeah.
Now it's a real stream.
Now we got a real stream. Yeah.
Why is that someone posting beans in the shitpost corner? Everything just got more difficult.
Post beans. Post beans. Post
This
beans.
was
Post beans.
posted, like a while ago, Bill. You've lost your rights to complain.
It was at 9:13. That was
Yeah.
10. Sorry, it was 13
Well, it's
minutes ago. I was
9:36
busy
now.
DMing.
Oh, what are you looking through a shitpost? Don't worry, I'm just...
Because I was checking on players' chat and saw it was highlighted, and I have autism, so I have to check to make sure nothing's going wrong. Otherwise, everything burns down.
Don't worry, I've been checking as well.
Okay.
Why have you posted an Indian man trying to fist fight a river? I mean, I get why you have.
I imagine the ghost spawning in, being like,
just. I imagine just like Ed and Eddie is like a flush noise, and he just kind of rotates into frame.
God.
True.
Kuroto downing into the frame.
No.
Spawning in like the start of Exanima.
No.
God.
My voice is still recovering, so I'm not going to be able to go full force like I normally do. I'm going to go ahead and roll these fucking dice for the dialogue, and great. That's wonderful.
Oh, might be worth
That's why.
to catch him up on some of the info we learned, Bill.
Yeah.
I will leave it up to you what you want to fill it in with, because oh god, parts of the map have stopped rendering properly. Oh fuck.
Bruh.
You'll have to quickly restart Roll20, hang on.
Are we still on the same map?
We-
Because you guys just changed. Okay. We just changed the
On the
side.
bottom.
On the bottom.
They're about to go on to
Yeah.
the next one.
Okay.
Yes. We crossed the bridge. Something was summoned in. We presume it's some creature that's in the water, sort of long, slender figure that tried to pull me down by disguising itself as a child. Unfortunately for
Wrong
it,
priest.
I shoot needy children on sight. So
Keep that in
That'll
mind
take
for
care of.
later. This is a special
no,
tool
no,
that will
no.
help us in the future. How very southern church, if you're surprised you actually came from Samson rather than down Tortable way.
Fucking them out. Okay. So,
Welcome to the little chapel. Fuck them kids. Boom.
also we found more signs of druid activity.
wonderful. Bill, was there ever a name for the flash of the... I can only assume that was a type of eternal ghost. Not the same kind, but much older. Was there a name for that vision that my character's got before he lost his hand?
Oh yeah, let me bring up the. I always make sure that I'll reshare the thing. It's listed on the woodland creature section as within the outer dark. Here's another blast from the past for those who might have missed it last week.
It looks like 11 from Stranger Things.
I'm sorry, I'm not a rampaging homosexual. I don't watch television anymore.
It's not on television.
Yeah.
Fucking boom.
And it was that.
Yes.
But then
Sorry, I don't watch Nickelodeon anymore.
it was like
Oh,
it was
it's
the
okay.
big one where it looked like a tree with ghosts coming out of it. That one.
Oh, that one. Hang on.
That one goes hard.
it just kind of go, I don't know where I found that one. That was literally just, it cropped up in a file that I had on the back burner. Here it is.
Wonderful. It's beautiful. It looks like something I would have made for like Yugel's final form, but that's whatever.
It looks like the forest.
Was there a name for
playing
this?
the forest for 1 hour.
You have no earthly idea, or unearthly idea for that matter, what the fuck that is.
Okay. On that note, I'm just gonna roll for fucking Oman's dialogue, and okay, that I can work with that. So they're just gonna rotate into existence like characters spawning in to Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
I'm just imagining you just fall upwards out of a puddle, or some of the like.
Actually,
Keep closing out of the puddle.
I think the best description for this thing is something you see in a nightmare right before you wake up.
Yeah, and so what, you round the wrong corner in a forest in a dream. Go, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and then this is where you have been previously. However, you've been looking at this as you've slipped through to. Well,
Oh, how's the trees doing in that area then?
it's like a sort of a phosphorescent lichen. It's reacting to that strange. You suspect that the light here might be the tear storm pouring through from the material plane. It's that same lithium pink burning flame.
It's like that one scene in Power Rangers Mystic Force, except that was just New Zealand.
To quickly clarify, is this the next section of the map, or is this just a recap?
This is where
what we've
your ghostly friends have been.
This is where you
the ghostly entourage, who are now fleshy, find themselves again dipping their proverbial toes, into the little in-between realms that you found yourself in when you were off for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the hunter's dream.
And just to fill in time, you're not listening to me. You are alive. That shit's not gonna work anymore. Look at your hand. Look at the lack of a hand. You can't just try to dip into things anymore. I know what I saw. It was beautiful. I want to be that incandescent again. Oh my god, you are hopeless. Do you see what I have to work with, Grin? He's always like this. He sees a big about a ghost and he's like, I want to be like that. But you can't, okay? You can't. You're alive for now. It's not coming off yet. Stop it. You almost died.
I'm sorry, I've been helping aim with a script, and it came up during that. But my brain is doing is like Ed and Eddie scene of, they took my stairs, that's fucked up, you can't have shit. Oh god, we killed him. Get this man an expector to some kind. Drink a beer, it's good for a long.
Oh no! Oh no!
I got Mexican flower water from the buffet.
Mexican? That sounds like a drug. What is that? What kind
you've just been playing too much D&D with Layman back in the day.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Somali
Too much D&D with Layman. Somali tea.
Moving like a goddamn trapezium because he took a knife point of some bizarre white powder given to him by a fucking drug dealer.
I would like to roll to
Let him cook. Let the man cook before he fucking like spectrates his own lungs out from his nostrils.
Before he turns into the ghost.
You lost so much blood, we had to pull you to wherever the fuck we are now. I don't like this place. The shadows feel like they're hungry.
Could you roll a perception check, please?
Yeah, shit. Back up my sheet. 35.
For a moment there, you just think to yourself, "Oh, it's just like fluttering leaves in the breeze." Then you realise there's no breeze, and it looked too close to something blinking for your taste.
Mm-hmm.
So is it sort of your brain is? You feel like this place is making your brain fill in gaps.
Oh, the thing that does it like night, and it's like just dark enough.
exactly. The details are blurry here. The way the lichens glow, and it puts you in mind of a place that's just out of focus with the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to see things that aren't there.
True. But to round up this fucking diatribe. Okay. Fine. You have a point. So what do you intend to do to get out of here? I don't think I have anything in the tank. It's too... It hurts. This is what you feel like all the time. Yes. It's confusing, isn't it? I just assume that you have nothing in your head. First of all, rude and hurtful. Secondly, I'm going to stick my thumb in your wound again. Fourthly, X-Screen, give me a hand. I'm going to try to get us out of here.
As you reach out, your hand brushes against something sharp on his arm.
I am uncomfy.
Look down, there's like a very small speck of black glassy stone. Just the thinnest sliver of it. Like someone had taken a tiny chip of obsidian and stuck it into his flesh. But there's no blood, there's no... barely a mark at all. It's almost like a needle. And it flecks away easily enough. It doesn't really leave much harm. But something about the way... It is something nostalgic about it almost. There's a strange sense of something. Something pulling at the edges of a memory. It's trying to unravel it. Then you find yourself back in the material plane.
Wonderful. He's gonna get in and pop in with that fucking with the dark glitching sound. Yes. Just take a look around. Oh, well, that's much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Hello. What are you guys doing?
I tried biting.
Oh, you're finally awake.
Oh, you're finally awake. Yeah.
These ghostly friends look a bit shaken up.
Are you right?
Well,
I will offer a therapy
need
on
a
the
hand.
go.
And with that, the party's bond is established. The social link has upgraded to
Social link upgrade.
mutual alcoholism.
Hey, let's go! Mutual alcoholism, yay! Good God.
now
Okay.
I'm on
The
this.
spirit of cooperation. Wine. Jolly cooperation.
Box mine.
No, well, by throwing the Ludum's cloak over himself, Amon and Exegrin's reaction is going to be, what a pointing finger. Well, Ludum's is going to be grabbing his wrist.
I'd say one person points with both fingers, one only manages one. And then gets to see as a tendon flickers in a gap. It hurts when you do that.
She's looking at his wrist muscle.
Wait, would you feel like your tendons pull inside your body?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, you know the most annoying thing in the world when you're wearing a pair of jogging trousers and you lose the cord in the sleeve it goes into.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that, but for a tendon. Because now it's no longer under tension. So that little when they start
Sorry,
to
just
hold
makes
the
me-
bones in place.
It makes me think of slurping a pasta.
Yeah, certainly that tendon up to now was responsible for keeping.
Slurpy noise.
It was responsible for keeping that hand functioning, and now it's just coiled back into your arm.
And it won't be able to get back out because there's no opposite
Fantastic.
force.
Mom spaghetti.
Lovely, lovely.
Imagine
lovely.
it gets tied in a
Great.
knot inside there.
Imagine if you will the sensation of a. It almost puts you in mind of a parasitic worm squirming its way into your arm.
Yeah,
In
like
reverse.
It was deeply, deeply disconcerting, and you don't like this.
Wait, can I
Right.
pull it back out with telekinesis?
The vein has cut. The gap has come close behind it as the muscles pinch. But if you're willing to, shove a stick inside and wriggle it round till you find the end of it,
No, I'm good.
Yes, certain things you're not meant, like certain things magic is useful for, but a little medical knowledge is kind of a necessity to not have it cause horrendous problems. Like if something happens to Baz and he smacks his head, you're gonna have to be real careful of how you deal with that.
In
Just
reaction to
smack
her
it
very
like a TV that's not working. It'll be fine. Baz will be fine.
Ow. But in reaction to her publicly stated comment,
Oh,
that's a 16.
the offer was only of the wine. I'm not gonna try and pull on your fucking tendons. The fuck?
Oh, we're not torturing us anymore. Oh,
I can go back to
yeah.
that. Fuck you, buddy. I will slap him.
as he has the wine in his hand, you slap it out of there.
Yes. Fuck you.
Another little plastic cup, like Dixie-sized cup, just like falls down into the gap on the side of the box for. And it's those really shitty cardboard ones. So it's just a paper cone you put liquor in.
And it's gone all soft and mushy already.
Yeah. You just slapped it clear out of his hand so it's smushed on the way down and sprayed wine everywhere.
Listen, you're gonna complain and be like, oh, now you're being nice. Yeah, fuck off. Easy.
Unfortunately, his reaction, his reaction to you slapping it out of his hand is he's going to wink and blow a kiss at you.
Oh god, we're getting in.
Oh no.
I'm gonna chug liquid therapy. Well, therapy on the go.
Come on, people, let's get it together. We should move on.
I'm chugging it while running.
The entire party just running through, tramping their way down through the mud and the misery, and in fucking fantasy Cressy, after King George V got, not George V, King Henry V got done with it. All it's missing is the dead Frenchman. Well, I guess technically speaking, you've got two dead Frenchmen, because I believe, can you technically count? I don't know, who knows? We're splitting hairs here.
Technically, one of them is half French, because his mother was a whore.
Wait, just because she was a whore means
It's like instead of honorary Aryan, it's honorary Frenchman. You're a Horson. You get instantly get upgraded to the Sacre Bleu rank.
Sorry, but just because someone was a whore doesn't mean that they're French.
Yeah, being French is not a venereal disease you catch, despite what people might be led to believe.
However,
Bill, since the demon is face down in the mud, can I just like use him as a surfboard?
A mow.
Takes a little walk out. You'll need like you've still got one of your 10-foot poles, right?
I'll pull on his tail
I do.
of telekinesis. I'll pull him along.
You just gondola your way down.
A mow.
Yes.
However, in reaction to that, no, my mother was French. She was just a whore, though. She was a French whore.
Ah, gulp. Disgusting.
And also, please don't verbally abuse him. When he's like this, he's very suggestible. How do you think a goddess of freedom got a ghost to fucking obey her?
Wait, he's partially from Gulp. This explains a lot.
He's French.
No.
For those who don't know, Gault is fancy France that is constantly in a state of rebellion. They also have a really crap jugger team that Baz has had run-ins with before.
Mm.
They are abysmal at the sport, but they're very high-spirited, and by that I mean their fans tend to kick people in behind the stands.
However, if what we need is traveling, can I ask Hexagrin if he is willing to be our platform to move across the ground?
I'm not so sure that's wise. You notice, and as you look down at him, you notice that the edge of his polyhedral body is remarkably sharp.
Uh-oh.
Because as he walks through a gorse bush and it just shaves it like it's a fucking scythe blade.
Oh, he shaves the gorse bush.
Yeah, gorse bushes are
Apparently.
very, 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 very sharp, but he is a literal two-dimensional being. This man's so flat he's about to be recruited to be in fucking Sargon's campaign.
I'm out. Okay, we will not do that. You can stay in the cloak for now.
Splendid. Everyone in their fucking cadre of pet fiends are just tromping down the fucking countryside like it's a woodland hike. Everyone walking down the common ground, waiting to go steal some golf balls from the golf course.
Using a fiend like a snowboard.
Like a gondola, just skimming down like it's the fucking the watery streets of the canals of Venice.
I at least cared enough to give mine a name. You didn't. It's different.
I would not suggest. Well, he gave Faustus a name. That was okay. I wouldn't give the other one.
Yeah. No, he doesn't get one. He's replaceable.
Okay. Let's ooh. Ooh, this is behaving very strangely. Hang on.
Is the map shitting itself?
Yeah, if my push talk button's insert because I don't have a numpad on this keyboard because I'm in fucking like, poverty mode. I can only afford 2/3 of a fucking keyboard. With the
I tend to use right alt for muting.
Yeah, I should have done that. Like Alt-G.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know what fucking function that's going to activate. Alt-GR is what they used to get like fucking tilde key working. But we'll take you across to where you find yourself as your meanderings down the countryside have found yourself down to a. Well, I'll put it this way. You find yourself following the river again.
Palisades. Wait, is that just rubble or are those like improvised fortifications?
It's rubble, but it's been. It looks a bit like someone's been doing it intentionally. You know a siege barricade when you see one. This place is actually pretty well put together. You hear snoring.
I also notice some caltrops up ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, very large ones.
A lot of caltrops.
They appear to be made from bits of piping.
Is it like
Could I
end of
roll
the squished?
siege engineering to figure out if the construction of this looks to be goblinoid in nature?
I can tell you right now, none of this is shitty enough to be goblins. And the way the pikes are, the fact they're pikes and not spears.
Right.
Each one is like a well-hewn 15-foot ash pike with a fire-hardened tip. This was done by someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that little you see here inside. To your right, there is a ladder going up to the roof. It's made of silk. It's a silk rope.
That is quite fancy.
Can I take it?
Where's the door?
That's an excellent question.
Just steal.
Someone has plastered every doorway and every window completely shut.
I will go up to the rope.
Now, how improvised does this look? Like, is it just like properly no light going in?
No
or
light
is it just
bollocks? At least from what you can tell,
see.
no light is entering in. Someone has done actually a remarkably good plastering job. All things they've even painted over it, but the paint is strange. It's kind of a thick, viscous finish. Like the paint looks improvised compared to everything else. Plasterwork's done fantastically.
What color is it?
It's kind of a dull, matte brownish black.
Doesn't look like white ash then.
No, it's not white ash. It looks like someone tried to make white ash and could only make like. It most resembles it's like charcoal and such mixed in with glue.
Right. Good to know.
I'm on the roof.
And you said that
some pine tar mixed in too because it's repelling the water. But up on the roof. Up here on the roof, there's actually quite a few like footholds that have been carefully mounted into it. Just simple boards here and there, and fanning out some of the roof tiles. You notice that the rain goes down into gutters that collect in barrels that have pipes going into the actual structure.
Hey, Hexagrin.
Yes?
Do you think you can get into the building through the pipes?
He looks down at them. They seem a bit narrow.
Are you
I believe they're filled with something. He rolls up to it and gives it kind of a nudge. You can hear a rattle inside the pipe.
Will the person that is sleeping and snoring hear the rattle?
That's an excellent question.
I have an idea. I have an idea, but I need to summon something.
Oh, here we go again.
It's not going to be one of those ones.
So your two-dimensional pal looks up at you sadly.
Already replacing him.
I'm not replacing him, I just want to
Why don't
summon
we just knock?
Okay, go ahead and knock. We'll be over here.
Alright.
Oh,
Are there any sort of plastered doors or like particular openings anywhere?
You're
The side.
as a siege engineer, I'll give you this one free. There is like you can as you look at the flat of the if you look perpendicular to the actual wall, you can see the divot where it used to be.
Right.
It's well done, but there's only so much you can do with improvised plaster.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go to the threshold of the door. I'm going to take a 5-foot step to the left, so that I'm not in front of the threshold, and then I'm going to gently but firmly knock on the plaster.
Piss off!
Excuse me, sir. We're just passers-by.
I know you're not a real person. Fuck off!
Well, assuming we're not real people, could you at least tell us what the hell's been going on? Because frankly, I'm a little confused.
If you are a real person, don't go across the fucking river.
What's there?
I don't know, but every now and then that building spits out something fucking vicious. If you are a real person, get the fuck out of here.
Is it goblins?
If it was goblins, I wouldn't be in here carrying like an asshole.
Ugh, yeah. Oh no.
Certainly not a man of my pedigree would be caught cowering from goblins.
Oman's gonna walk up
What
next to the
pedigree
door.
might that be, if I may ask?
It'll be pedigree fucking chum if whatever's out there gets hold of me.
He's gonna politely get closer to the door. Can you give us some, visual confirmation of what you saw?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Listen to that spooky fucker.
Well, I
He's
agree.
got a point.
I'm not gonna say that we're all to be trusted, right? Some of us are shadier than others.
Look
Us
over,
on
there's
the
still a
roof.
devil face down in the mud, looking miserable. You can see
I'm gonna just
bubbles.
I'm gonna quietly throw a rock at him.
Now, first,
And he rolls it.
first of all, I've been stuck inside of a ghost for I forgot exactly how long. That's not fair.
Oh great, I'm haunted now too. That's all
No,
I need.
you're not haunted. Technically, they're haunted. But secondly, we mean you no harm. We just want to know what exactly you saw.
You gotta think I'm pretty fucking dumb to fall for that bullshit twice.
If you're
I have
willing
mine.
to tell us, I can show you we mean no harm.
Eris will just yell, "Shares wine," and is willing to share it.
Oh fuck, why didn't you say? Hang on, let me try and find the keys. It's dark in here and I'm not used to this kind of thing. There's a lot of
Social
rummaging around.
diplomacy.
You hear the
Might
sound of
be
someone
apparently
kicking a key there
schizophrenic,
looking.
but he's also a rampant alcoholic.
Eris will get off the roof, actually. And hold the box when ready in her hands.
A letterbox opens, and a straw pokes out.
I will walk over and hold up, like, open the box one so you can, like, sip from it. I'll hold it up to the
It kind of wiggles. The straw wiggles around like it's trying to find perches before going into the box like a hummingbird drinking from a flower. There's a sigh of just. There is a quiet belch. No, look, it's so dainty. It's actually kind of comical. It doesn't even it barely registers.
All right. Now that there's at least some modicum of trust here, could you at least give us a vague idea of what you've been dealing with? Is it big scary things? Is it many things? Many creatures? Whatever. Any sort of information, however vague, might be and will be helpful.
First time I came over with a few friends. They left to find help a while back. I took the carriage with them. But every now and then, that building over there, you can see it, right? It's still there, right? It hasn't the water doesn't fall off into an abyss like it did last week, does it?
I'm not sure about the water at the moment. I haven't really looked at it, but the building's still there.
Every now and then that thing kicks out something vicious. The first couple times I think, oh, it's just we pissed off like some kind of undead. That was the first couple, like just a bloated corpse or a zombie here and there. You know, normal adventure-y kind of bullshit stuff. You know, the stuff they tell you that they send the guilds in to deal with. Then it got progressively worse, and it's been a couple of times. I don't even know what it is.
Well, if you're willing to give me a handshake.
Bullshit! I have dealt with too many fairies around here.
No,
everyone asking me for my fucking name. You ain't getting shit.
I don't need your name.
I'm offering more wine.
The straw comes back out again.
I'm offering more wine. I'm sorry,
the second
buddy.
time it's a significantly larger straw.
Like a boba straw.
Yeah, it's like a piece of bamboo.
It's like a blowpipe.
Yeah. I'll just be like, sorry, buddy. We've been trying to teach him. Or not.
Not getting involved in a domestic either.
Yeah,
it's been a long time. I don't know what day it is. I haven't seen the sun in a while.
Might I know what guild you're associated with, if you are?
Well, I think technically Jeremy was with the Merchants Guild. I'm not affiliated myself. I can't afford the fees.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm with the Church's Guild, and I'm kind of just living off debt, really.
She got the guild membership out of it. I just got the debt.
Yeah.
And now my two arsehole friends have fucked off with my cart.
Well, if you are worried about debt, I can be able to give you a job.
Oh, maybe ask him how the card looked like. It might be the card that was on the
Do you
side
know
of
which direction they were headed in?
They were following the stream down. We're not exactly on the best terms with that Doran fellow, so we try to avoid going that way.
It wouldn't have been a cart about yay big and yay wide with a little bit of missing wagon cover, would it?
The straw gesticulates towards it. Does this look like a fucking eyeball to you?
Oh, I'll find more if you
taps
want.
back to what it taps back to find where the wine is and starts
Yes.
drinking again.
I will just
I
always...
take it the river is flowing north, right?
The river is
It is...
flowing from the north.
It is, hold on.
Oh,
Where
from the
is-
north to the south.
Yes.
It is going this direction. You can
Basically,
see it
I'm
by
trying
the
to figure out if that-
streamlines.
Cart was headed in the direction of where we came from.
Might be the same cart, but the way he's described...
But they were trying to avoid Doran as well.
Yeah. We probably wouldn't go that way. The main way from Doran is by boat.
See,
you wouldn't be able to. Even if you corked the wagons, you wouldn't get that far. And the word he actually used a borrowed word for cart. He doesn't use the actual cart. He uses an Elvish word.
Gotcha.
Which is specific
Elvish
cart.
Oh no.
Can I do some sort of knowledge geography for?
Yes, you may racially profile.
A little bit of
man.
A little bit of investigative profiling, shall we say?
Well, what do we have here? Basically, grab hold of the straw and look down it. You got better dark vision than him, so you actually get a glimpse of him.
It is a knife here.
Now you're telling me that I have no social graces. You know that's rude.
You notice he's got actually a little bit of armor on. But those weapons, you actually spot the knife on his hip, and you notice the big hooked falx leaned up against the wall.
Let's see. Ah, that cart. Two of your friends, eh?
Yeah, they pissed off ages
How
ago. I don't
good
know
of friends were you?
Well, Jeremy's married to my sister.
Well, about that.
That disconnected me. I thought that would... Jeremy's married to my sister. Boom.
I don't mean to be blunt, but are you one of them knife-eared folk?
Only half. I've got a soul. See, he dangles a symbol from the churches at the letterbox.
Ah, that's good then. I'm half troll, so I can't really, I'm not one to criticize.
The troll looks up at you as if it wasn't I.
See, you all said I was rude, but
well, the straw looked back at you at the formerly ghostly fellows. You've not met an elf before, have you?
Well, to be honest, sir, I've been stuck inside this guy for more than 1,000 years.
That's kind of gay.
There's a moment it looks at you as if it's considering your phrasing, and kind of retracts slightly from it.
Human thing, whatever. There's a lot of them. So the two companions of yours, we may have stumbled upon them a while back.
Why am I detecting
whatever was
the
left
past
of them?
Tense? Yes, I thought it would be something.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's not, but there are a lot of... Was it the bodies or was it the cart?
It was the cart.
Both. We
And
found the
what?
bodies in the cart.
Yeah.
I have a few questions for you.
You're a half troll. You're going to smash through this door if I try and stop you anyway. I'm just going to hang on. Stand back. I'm going to have to cut through a plaster. Keep your hands away from it. This is really... Yeah, so I'm going to try. No, I need to peel this, otherwise this wall's going to give way. It's not actually that good. Hang on. I'll get the falx.
I figured as much.
Stand back. There's a noise like someone using a paper guillotine. You breach the door open.
Yep, as he breaches open, I lean into the threshold, like Mr. X. I look him in the eye and I say,
Fucking hell.
So what do you know of Rita de Ole?
Ooh, good question.
That's a bit personal.
Oh.
Is it?
You get the feeling he knows her in the biblical sense.
Well, sir, I thought I...
Well, sir, do I have news for you?
Wait, don't, no, let me do it. do it.
Everyone's just jumping over each other to give this man the bad news that he's now single again.
Wait, I'm gonna show him the ring I got from her corpse.
That'll make him feel better. That'll make him feel better, Penny.
I'll offer the wine too.
Unfortunately,
I don't suppose she got so desperate for cash she sold that to you.
Well, Baz.
in this instance,
As you fucking like combat die through his window.
well, Mom's gonna try to stick his head in, and he's gonna put his hand directly on Eludum's face, and using Eludum's eye, he's gonna just project his face down to the floor and try to be sensible with how he edits the memory as he plays it.
This is just like, here's your ex's like decapitated corpse.
He's going to.
Here's us looting her decapitated corpse.
He's gonna give it the Lionsgate edit. He's gonna try to make it softened for TV.
Okay, I suppose just put the live leak logo over it.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do I have that on this? I think I have that. Hang on, give me a second.
Oh, of course you do.
But sir, I'm sorry to tell you, but Olay has been well, someone murdered her. I'm sorry to tell you.
He turns pale and then he keels over.
Could I try and catch him?
Yes, you may try.
I'm
not even ready to roll it.
You're as well with telekinesis if need be. If you want.
Sir, can I offer you a sip of Stella Fatois in this trying time?
I don't know if it's a good idea. Well, I guess it is. You hear about that Stella Fatois?
Yeah, can I offer you a sip of rage potion at this time?
yeah. Just concentrated rage.
Here's an alcohol. Here's a drink that can turn a fucking like primary school football game into a postal event with like 3 sips. Here, pour some of this down your neck now that you're traumatized.
Should probably offer him something different.
I'll give him therapy on the go.
You just keep pouring it into his mouth. It doesn't. At this point, he just opened his throat and it just pours directly into his fucking bloodstream.
I'll just give him like pats on the head while he drinks it. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Could I make a wisdom or intelligence check to try and recollect what transpired between Rita de Olay and the 2 other elves? Because I vaguely remember there being a fight between them, but I'm not sure. And I do remember doing quite extensive investigation of the crime scene.
I remember exactly what you did.
Well, Bill, what's the verdict?
Well, you've not actually run into any elves on your adventures out here. They're very, very rare. You did have a run-in with... Rita was conducting a ritual on the ground to bind the elven spirit once, to keep the place safe. But that was the first of many little sojourns.
I remember us finding like 2 dead elves. Yes. I think in and around the same building where Rita de Olay was brutally murdered, along with a cut.
Correct.
True. Though they didn't seem to be really full-bore elves, but elvish.
Then again, this one's also not full-bore. But what I'm trying to remember is if there was if it seemed like there was a fight between those elves and Rita de Olay or someone else.
It had to be someone else. You know that anyone who would have been able to take down Rita's a fairly well-known hedge mage and very talented one in the realm of hedge magic. You saw what she could do. She can actually bind spirit, which is an incredibly rare skill.
Yeah,
but anyone who can who would be durable enough to kill her, the elves that you ran into there, elvish or otherwise, you're fairly certain weren't up to the task.
Right.
Whoever killed her, beat that whole, basically killed that house.
Right.
He was like a bull in a china shop in there.
Yeah.
And it was somebody who was big and had the weight to do
Not
it.
necessarily someone who's good at combat, someone who's just pure physical force.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember now because we linked that back to possibly being someone from the lumber mill.
Yes.
And then I'd send some scouts out.
The one that's
there
like 3 miles
investigate.
upstream.
Was that the one that we were at?
Yep,
Yes.
I believe so.
So while he is drinking, therapy on the go.
He's essentially catatonic at this stage. He's going to need a little bit of time to recover.
Rip.
Do you mind if we maybe, recuperate in your house so you have some time to process this?
He motions you through. Kind of just...
We'll keep an eye out, don't worry.
The fiend will kind of pick him up and take him inside.
In the meanwhile, the duo is going to turn their attention to the river. Hexagram, do you feel like the water's infinite here, or you need to get a
He shakes
closer?
his little two-dimensional head. No, something's moving around. I can feel it. There's plants and... He'll roll up to the edge of the water and kind of reach in, and he'll proffer up what appears to be like a little crustacean of some kind.
I will take
It's a
a
little
closer
mussel.
The mussel.
It's a river mussel. It's a kind of... It's just a piece... It's a shellfish. It's actually a misnomer. It's actually kind of goose barnacle, but they get so like fat that people eat them.
Does it have an intelligence score above 4?
No, it has a 0. It's a vermin, technically speaking. Most crustaceans are.
Unfortunate. However, can I possess it?
It doesn't really have the real estate, to be honest. If you were to manage to possess it, you'd basically be able to get it to wriggle its tongue. That's about it.
Is it fresh water or salt water?
Brackish.
It's brackish.
Almost the entire length of the river is brackish. There is actually something that Doran is quite well known for trying to document is the what the fuck is going on with the river, because almost every riverway in Lycia is brackish all the way up, even to the it starts about a foot away from the spring that spawns it.
So Amand is going to take the river mussel, and with Hexagrin in the coat, he's going to walk up to Neri. Hey, Neri, can I borrow a crab, please?
Oh, sure, here. I've got some holes. I've got plenty, I suppose. She'll dig into... There's no way I can say this.
Something bites your finger.
What? Where did I put my... Like, I've got holes, like, all through me. Like, I'm made of fucking plaster, you know? I mean...
Yes, and something within your body just bit you.
Oh, what was it? Okay, what happened?
Down your finger, there is a deep bite all the way to the bone.
Ow!
Quite thin,
What was that? Can I grab the thing that did it?
You can try.
Trying to. What would that be? A
Grapple check.
grapple. Okay.
Unless you are particularly adept at shucking oysters, I suppose.
Oh, I've got a bunch of.
that makes it sound worse.
Whoa. Okay, I've got a bunch of grappled shit. Unarmed fucking strike, right?
Yeah, go for
That's
it.
a grapple.
I'm just imagining her trying to flip
I'm grappling the whatever the fuck bit me inside of my own
What
body.
the fuck was that? As you reach in, you look down, and something. Okay, I will state this: the injury is on your side.
Okay.
It goes way further in than it should.
I
And
get
when
this
you look
shit.
down, something looks back out.
What the fuck? Can I grab this? This is a grappling check with an unarmed strike. Grappling check.
You grab hold of something, and it's like grabbing hold of a handful of oil.
I can't grab it with that.
Oh no, you can. You grab hold of it, and it grabs hold of you.
Out?
Yes. Okie dokie.
Jesus Christ, Bill.
Baz, that presence you felt earlier is back.
Oh no.
Bridge present?
Yes. Wasn't expecting this to come up so early.
Oh, great.
Fantastic.
Let's see. Do I roughly know in which direction?
I can hear. Oh, Carl, that's here in the background. Okay.
Yes. Alon will start.
Do I know roughly
Bill,
where
had
it's
you
coming
set
from, Bill?
this shit up? Oh my goodness.
Who knows how?
Oh wowee. It's a monstrosity.
Made it here.
Hello. Bruh.
Hello.
Gentlemen, behold.
I don't want to.
The blot.
The blot.
Why
Why was this inside of
Looks
me?
like the thing that crawled out of Udek's Gundir.
Yeah.
Fun
true. Why
fact,
was
this is a piece of classical art. Painted on
Yeah, I
this
know.
island.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Victor Hugo's work.
Yeah, I've seen this before. I didn't know this is... Oh, it was
Is
painted
your
here.
island
Fascinating.
okay? Like mentally?
No, it's really not.
No.
Everything he
It's
drew
not.
here is like this. There's that
Yeah. I
multiple pictures of like
that the guy who-
people hanging from gallows
However,
and shit.
Penny,
And,
it's
and
actually
that
quite...
dragon he drew, and that deep one he drew.
Stop being rude, Bill. However, Penny, it is actually beautiful here, and if you would like to come at any point and hang out over here on Currency, you're always welcome, as is Han and everybody else. If you want to come over here and
I just wish
visit
it
the
wasn't
Nightmare Island.
So expensive to get there.
Oh, I know a guy now. I've got a guy who works for the ferry.
He knows
office.
a guy.
He can get people
Oh, nice.
to the island for like 80 quid with a fucking truck.
Whoa! Let's go!
That's fucking
I
nice.
mean-
I gotta confirm that. I'm not gonna pretend I know.
Yeah,
Like,
Okay.
I don't know Nick personally. I only know him from my brother.
But
But
if
still.
we can get it sorted out, I will draw many titties to have enough money to visit.
You can draw titties on my titties, Penny, it'll be fine.
Okay.
You know what? I don't feel bad for him about today.
No, I'm making a joke.
Just gonna kill him.
Just gonna kill him.
As essentially, Neri like places her hand into the wound in her side, and this thing explodes out of her. Like I don't even know how to describe it.
Oh, I've
It
given
is-
birth, apparently.
It is not
Fantastic.
just.
Congrats.
It is not just a film of oil. It looks like a. It's like a hole has rotted in reality.
Do I recognize it as my baby?
Your character's so fucked up in the head. You might. I don't know. I'm not
This
your fucking
is-
psychologist. I just tell you what happens.
Kyle,
Well,
Mary,
yeah, no, I'm
child.
asking you. Like, you're like,
You know, in the bed. Oh, I'm traumatized. I'm so glad that I now have people I can trust who won't make the issue escalate. Oh no!
oh no!
He just looks
do you
over
like
out
it?
his window that's been unplastered, sees that, shuts the shutter,
Oh, no.
and shoots himself.
Do I recognize this? I pulled it out of my body. Do I recognize it as my baby? Do I not go like,
He tries to
oh,
kill
my
himself with a
child,
longbow.
you're
Yeah, he's got like the longbow in his grip, and he's like
He's got a toe
kicking-
grip on it.
He's got trying to kick the fucking string away from himself.
I'd be like, oh, my baby, you're kind of fucked, but okay, I guess.
I now want to play an elf cool like Kurt Cobain.
Fucking
my child,
a
I
glass-
birthed you into this world. I'll try to hold it in a loving, motherly
Start
way.
If anyone wants to roll planes, you know what?
No, I'm trying to do this first. I want to hold it in a loving, motherly way. It's my baby.
I'm just gonna
Apparently, I
stare
gave
at
birth to
the-
this.
I'm just gonna stare.
let
at
me
the
just-
signs.
Hang on, I need to check a chart.
This is more alien. I get that, but come on, like, Neri's kind of
28.
retarded
Okay,
as mine.
I'm gonna need you to roll me a will save.
Me?
Yes.
People making the me or people making the check?
You.
You're holding.
I need to make a will save.
You especially.
Okay.
Oh.
You might be rolling a d6 thereafter. I get the thing you will be.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, roll me 3d6.
Is this for
Me?
insanity?
Oh, jeez.
I've been faced with a character decision that I can only describe as just pure strain fucking madness.
Not too bad. I'm explaining to you how my character would deal with it,
Pick a number out of those 3.
6.
Okay. Okay, madness. Issue the shield. Shields are for the weak. All armor is. You'll have none of it. Mankind needs to be stronger on their own, and it starts with you. You'll show them. What you could have rolled is idle chatter, where you talk to random objects.
Explain so I can write it down, please.
You cannot wear armor of any kind.
I can't wear armor at all.
No more icy.
Shields are for the weak. All armor is. You'll have none of it.
Let's go. Let's go. Adeptus Repentia.
By the way,
Let's go.
you very narrowly, if you'd chosen 5, you would have started you'd have rolled idle chatter, which means that you constantly talk to random objects, the stars, the sky, the sun.
My armor, though.
If you'd gone with the 2, you'd have got I'm home, where you literally refuse to leave the wilds.
So I gotta remove my fucking armor. I gotta stat this now. Okay.
I can just hear Zalmez screaming.
Can we just like?
Because you don't do sabotage.
Yeah, I know. No, I can't. I know I can't wear the boots.
Those are armor.
Yeah.
You can wear just the impact points, but you're going to need to get them modified. You can't wear full greaves because they armor your feet.
Yeah, he paid for those. The sabatons.
I will give Zalmez a refund. Any person who gave armor to
for you.
I feel like my characters need to roll not for insanity, but for sheer dumbfoundedness from what they're witnessing.
Roll it. You never know. Roll it. Everyone roll a d6.
Wait. So basically, just all my. I don't think I have. I'm wearing light armor. Am I not? Yes, I am.
No, you can't roll any. Wear any. Okay, 3.
What I'm saying, I'm wearing light armor. So I can't wear fucking
basically, if you saw this and you saw this reaction, you're about to gain a quirk for a little while. Okay.
I don't think I will be able to see it from inside.
You can't see it from where you are. Because this is just a moment of such singular, crystalline fucking madness that it spreads through the party like wildfire. Okay, Almond, you got repeat. You need to repeat certain phrases and words or small motor tasks over and over again. You're terrified of what might happen if you get it wrong. It needs to be right. Eris, Totem Maker. You spend your free time creating elaborate, albeit grotesque, effigies of creatures and deities. You must seek out and pick up strange odds and ends for your creations. Is what they want. This has a fucking grammatical error.
I will find a rock.
Find the rock, Penny.
Wait, no.
Eris, you must find the rock. Make it your pet.
No, I will find stick.
Where's that other one? Okay. More importantly, this is the actually important one that I got to dig out another chart. I really wish whoever wrote Weird and Wild would unfuck the damn charts and put them in a conglomeration at the end.
True. However, the characters just can see this, and he's gonna just, before any kind of initiative starts, just take 2 steps backwards and just like, I saw that too, right? Yeah, I saw. Hexagram, I need you to. Do you think you can cut through that? I'm not talking about the black hole of the creature. I mean, I feel like she's too stupid sometimes. Maybe she'll be better if we make her half. Maybe she'll be okay if she's half like a torso.
Okay. What would be an appropriate one? We'll get back to that. But there's a distinct uncleanliness from this creature. It's visible.
Yeah, no shit. Look what it did to me.
It's like a coil of oil that permeates the matter of the world.
Is it similar to the puddle?
But can I pick it up at least and try and treat it like my baby anyway? Because it came out of my body, right? Yeah?
You have like your gallbladder.
Still, I know, but still. Be like, oh, apparently I've given birth.
Almon's reaction of hearing her continuing to say it's her child is to start screaming at the top of his lungs.
No, can I try to pick it up?
This is the most normal reaction anyone's had to anything that's occurred so far in this entire campaign. Just shrieking terror.
Ludicrous. The whole campaign's been fucking insane shit. Okay,
see,
so
he's
can
not
I try
terrified.
and
He's annoyed and upset.
Yeah, those of you in the chat, you asked for a monster to be spawned in, and guess what you rolled? This fucking abomination.
Okay, so I'll try to coo at it and be like, "Oh, my beautiful baby," you know.
Roll me a fort save.
Fort?
Yeah. Fort.
Okay. That's not great. Not very good.
It carefully coils its little tendril around your hand as if it's holding your hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my baby!
It snaps your arm with the elbow.
No, you dickhead!
There's a deafening hollow cracking noise. As it just Steven Seagal snaps your arm.
I'm getting weird Slither fucking vibes by this, by the way. Have you seen that?
I think something's wrong with me.
What is wrong with me?
Tune next week where Aiden's character starts to eat the local wildlife.
No, please don't make me into the Slither character, please, because that movie fucking freaks me the fuck out.
It did that with a remarkable amount of ease.
Yeah, because it's horrifying. It's a nightmare.
You can't feel your arm below the shoulder.
Does it look like the Bracken?
What it looks like is a literal hole in reality.
Hole? Rude.
Not you, the fucking monster. If anyone wants to roll planes, roll it now.
I'd roll planes 28. Earlier before I walked off.
Shit, that's resilient.
That is something from the deep abyss.
30.
Wait.
That is a...
I can speak Abyssal.
That is something from Ishiar on the Abyss, one of the oceanic abyss layers.
Can I talk to it? I have Abyssal.
I also have Abyssal.
Oh, go ahead. I'm carving Mr. Chubbs into a piece of wood.
Wonderful.
Making him a totem.
Amon will stop screaming, and he will order Hexagrin in a defensive but not revealing position to attempt to wipe this creature's mind if it takes a lunge at us. Amon is going to make...
It looks up at you as if to say, this thing doesn't have a mind to wipe.
That's wonderful. That's just great. That's just... In character, that's just great. That's just... I swear to fucking God, Neri, you are the worst person every single fucking time. You only have a bed now.
Somewhere out there's a goblin that survived not getting adopted by Neri, and he's very pleased with himself. So I've dodged the bullet somehow.
He's gonna stand up.
Yeah, whatever happened to that goblin?
It's out there somewhere, not being here.
He's just gonna stand up and turn in his general direction while handing off the bag of stuff to Illum and then just making him walk to relative safety.
No, come back. My son, he is sick.
He's gonna take one step to the left and try very calmly while getting his hands prepared for a fireball. Hello? What are you doing here? Why'd you crawl out of a body like that?
You look down at where it's exited. The wound is like a gate. The interior of Neri's body has achieved that abyssal, distension.
So
I got distended, you saying? Wowee.
Yes.
Thank you.
When water is in the presence of a summon, it gains infinite depth.
Thanks. Fantastic. I love it. Excellent. I got distended. Okay, thanks. Chat.
In this case, the wound is a portal to somewhere else.
You can eat unlimited food.
The wind of the forest?
She doesn't eat regular amounts of food.
Well, Neri might. I don't. I'm not Neri. Neri's my character.
Does Baz notice this distinct disturbance
Yes, this thing
And, like,
picks up on
specifically where
your
it's coming
evil sense.
from.
This thing picks up your evil sense even if you have it switched off. Even if you were to pull out your eyes, you could see this thing.
I forgot. I forgot
just
we
turn
made
to
a
the
teeth
elf
not
and I go,
plaster, but still, yeah.
Listen here,
so
mate.
we might have
I'm
fucked up a
very
little
sorry about the wall, but I'll fix it.
He takes
in a
your
bit."
hand and he presses the falx into it. Like the handle. He's not trying to stab you or anything.
Let's see.
Go. If that thing out there is responsible for it, kill it.
I'm gonna just fucking leap through the wall and just fucking, like,
Why does no one use doors?
holy weapon and just fucking yeet this thing.
Okay. You might actually get a chance to do something quite important here, Baz.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know a thing or two about demonology, and that's not on the books yet. You might get to name it.
Innovation.
Though, given the hour, and given
That
what's
seems-
about to throw down, I think we might call it there for the evening and reconvene next week.
Okay.
All
A
right.
little earlier. A quarter of an hour earlier
Alright.
than usual. I know, but still.
I was wondering why no initiative was called.
Well, I just gave birth to a fucking monstrosity apparently, so yeah, like
He's not your child!
I don't know. I'm just carving
no,
Mr.
he's mine.
Chubbs into
No,
wood and I'm having a good
listen,
time.
Carl, I'm gonna make him my child. Listen, he came from inside of my empty cavity,
Okay, I think we're gonna stop it here.
which is made out of
Oh,
teeth.
Bill.
No, see, because I'm made out of teeth, it makes
The
sense.
demon banishes itself. But
I'm
you
made
know
out
what? I'm
of
fucking
teeth.
up now. It gets its hat and fucks off. It's that fucking every meme gif of like like green text shad man and the character just leaving.
Look,
Like,
I'm
Death
made out
by
of
1,000
teeth.
cringes.
See, get it? I'm made out of teeth, and it came from my empty cavity. Get it?
Fuck's sake. Okay.
ghost.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Thank you everyone for
Kill
coming.
yourself! We should be in Minecraft.
Not in Minecraft.
Both
They
ghosts
have picked
are
up
going
about
to
them
howl in
Palworld.
physical pain at her non-stop grin.
It's finally happened. You have done something so horrendous it's brought the party together at last as an actual team.
Let's
To
go.
collectively
We're all together
hate you.
now. Yay!
I'm going to enjoy having this thing pull through your limbs one by one.
No, Bill, I'm trying to make it funny.
Is this to quote Chad from Colin? Is this funny?
Hang on a second. How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? I have been turned into, first and foremost, I was turned into a bunch of plaster, and then I was filled with water and crabs, and then I was turned into teeth, and now I've had a fucking giant monster explode from my belly. What the fuck? Like, what am I supposed
Truly,
to
it is the university experience.
What am I supposed to
Try that in a
True,
small town.
To be honest, but what am I? How else am I supposed to react to this? How?
I did not,
besides
baby.
gallows humor. How am I supposed to react to this? You've been giving me body horror.
We should
since
encourage your
day
gallows
fucking
humor.
one.
I'll get you a gallows next week.
No, yes. You have been putting Neri through fucking body horror after body horror for like what?
The influencer
Two
experience.
a year at this point. 2 years. Neri's fucking like just accepting it at this point. Be like, well, I guess it's gonna happen to my body at this point. Why
I have a
not?
feeling we need like a cleansing, like arc.
You keep
Where
why
we get,
why
like,
do
all
I
the
keep being
cursed shit
subject to the body
cleansed?
horror? Why do I keep
There's
being
actually,
subject
funny
of
enough, there is
body
actually an
horror?
asylum on the island that specializes in like detoxing adventurers.
I'm just wondering
Saw.
why. No, Penny,
No,
back me up
don't-
on this.
Don't worry, I
Penny,
tried
let me
to
ask you a
kill
question.
myself because of a rule I fucked
Well, me
up,
too.
so...
Yeah. But
I've been messaged like a single mother. Aiden is ungrateful of chat's gifts. Double them.
what do you mean? I'm
Warmick has
incredibly grateful.
already-
I'm trying to embrace my child. However,
Well,
Penny,
we will
come on,
see.
come
I
on,
would like
come
No,
on.
Planned
I-
Parenthood.
Don't worry,
I would
I
like you to be
know the pain.
I would like you to be headcanon before the creature does anything. And as I try to speak abyssal to it, it speaks back in abyssal saying, "Just because she tried to hold me, I'm gonna kill everyone here." And then
No.
I saw-
by the way, Bill, check your
no.
DMs from Zalman.
Apparently, Zelma's told you something.
Yeah, so I just
But
said-
Penny, what
said
I'm
that.
asking you is that how many body horrors have afflicted Penny? How many body horrors have afflicted Eris?
I mean, I give pale rot to people now.
Okay, so but
that's
comparatively
only
to
because
me
it
being
didn't affect me at first.
Eris as a character is like one of those when you get like Bloodborne theory channels and they just make up a bunch of horse shit that sounds like it makes sense, and then the alpha test version came out and it completely destroyed the plot for everyone.
Yeah.
And invalidated like tens of thousands of pages of research.
Again, comparatively to me, who was originally a rock person who got turned into a plaster person, who then got full of water and crabs, seawater and crabs.
You wanted to be made of drywall so you could try and seduce Kyle.
Well, I allowed myself to be. Well, no. I was turned into drywall. Hang on, no. You're getting these events confused. I was turned into drywall, and it was after I was turned into drywall that I tried to seduce Kyle via me being drywall.
You were fake news.
I'm not fake news. That's the actual order of events. Go rewatch all the streams.
One last thing I would like to say. As Baz.
Go ahead, Han.
As I look upon Neri's newborn, I look at him and I say, "Your stem cells, hand them over."
Oh, you're gonna try and get some
stem from Cold Warmac for 20. Throw in another monster for next week, and I'm guessing he means another summon. Rolled summon. Okay. He has talked about it.
I'll roll the dice right now.
Warmac, if you want to explain exactly what you meant by that message, Bill.
Yes, but I think we should call it.
Alright, I guess we're going to call it for the evening, lads and ladies. Because that was, what a fucking catastrophe for me. But, okay. Well, finally I'm a mom, I guess. And it just happens to be a monstrosity. A demon.
The things people will do for food stamps.
Guess so. Anywho, well, you know what? I'm going to apply now. I'm going to go apply for some assistance. Alright, lads and ladies. We will see you all next week, and I will see you guys tomorrow, because I gotta be honest. Shit has happened in the last week that has driven me literally up the fucking wall. So, I didn't cover
Tune in tomorrow in Broken Crown podcast where we get our Stanna Stairlift endorsement.
Well, we may or may not, probably not tomorrow, but we are working on a very interesting guest, who you and I both like.
It's Varg.
No, it's Callum from Lotus Eaters.
There's very little practical difference if you think about it.
We're trying to work on getting Callum to come on. He probably won't be on tomorrow, but he might be on sometime in the future. At least according to
Callum in a little wizard hat, and there's no, it's literally the same person.
Callum in a wizard hat.
Callum is just a really tiny Varg.
It would be it would be perfect if Callum wore a little wizard hat. I think that would be amazing. Look, Callum's a base boy.
You've got enough friends with them, haven't you?
What?
You're friends with Oozley, who has a wizard hat.
Yeah.
You're friends with Dom, who has a wizard hat.
Yeah.
Like a measurable portion of your friendship.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I should send Callum a wizard hat? Okay.
You can put his down
Callum's
line.
a good base boy. Yeah, he's a good base boy. If we could get, well, not if. Look, Spoon's working that shit out. I don't know that for sure. Probably not tomorrow. But,
Watch Spoon get incredibly angry about you blabbing this now.
No, why would I? Look, if I wanted to, okay, there's shit I could.
This isn't even the combat I envisioned for this area. There's this other shit going on here.
There's shit I could blab about that I will not, involving V, which makes me so happy. I'm so excited. I'm so happy, but I won't blab about. I won't blab. I'm not blabbing. But I'm very happy for V. And go send V nice things, nice words. Go be nice to V. Don't kick him. No, don't kick him.
Kick V.
For once. Be nice to V.
You don't have to kick Rags. He'll kick himself.
Yeah, be nice to V. I'm so happy.
Shut the.
Okay, things are all right. I'm just everything is good. I'm very happy for a friend.
Keep pushing your luck. I'll say the N-word.
No, don't. Okay, we gotta go then, guys. Bye. Bill's gonna say the N-word.
Folks. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow for the podcast, and Thursday for the day of the D&D campaign.
I closed it.
No.